Hello and welcome to another episode of PZ Customs. I'm your host, Paulie K. And good news, check this out, everybody. Ooh, we have the YZ125 engine. You can see the crank is together. Well, not the crank, the crankcase is together, nice and tight. And we have beautiful, smooth movement. So a big thank you to the boys at Lightning Carts here on Main North Road in Adelaide for swapping it out. So if you have a look inside there, if you can, no, you can't really see it, but anyhow, you can. The thrust washers are a 0.05 to allow for the larger bearings other than the original OEM 1mm thrust washers, which allows that beautiful smooth crank. So today that is going to get all put back together, cleaned up, going into that bad boy there. So hang around and we shall get this bad boy running this weekend. Hang about. So the first thing we obviously need to do is get this back apart, and we'll probably have to get a separating tool for this, but we'll see how we go. Obviously lube everything up and then start getting everything back in there. The gearbox, check the seals, everything else, make sure everything's right. It is definitely going to be a full exercise, but I am excited as, yeah, I'm going to have to get the bullet in this bad boy, I think. Oh, here we go. Obviously clean up all the meeting faces. It's only just RTV opposed to a gasket there that seals everything up. So we'll double check that, make sure it's all clean and ready to go. I can already see stuff that needs to be cleaned off. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look in here. Oh. Let's have a look. Everything doesn't look that bad, but I will double check everything, clean off any grease and oil with a bit of brake clean. Make sure all those surfaces are nice and clean, free from everything and anything. We'll get the, oh yeah, this is already all lubed up too, which is good. And then we'll just double check everything, get it all back together, and hopefully we will hear this bad boy singing a song either today or tomorrow. We'll see how we go for time. Alrighty, everything has been done. You see all the black RTV everywhere. Now is the time. Make sure that's top dead center. Well, up anyway. Oh, easy as that. You ripper. And some screws. Oh, that's lined up beautifully. So with all the screws too, there's one long one. That's that one right there. And then the rest are just all the same size. As you can see there. So there's what is there? There's 1, 2, 4 in here, and then the rest just external around there. I'll zip all these together and I'll be back. Alright, all the screws are back together, and have a look at this, all tightened up, and you little ripper, smooth as butter. So next will be to consult the Bible. We'll have a look and get rid of some of this excess silicone. And then we'll get the rest of the motor back together. And then hopefully today she'll be back in the bike and running. My God, I cannot wait for that. It's been so long. Now, like I mentioned in one of my videos before, if you take something apart, make sure that you get it back together as quick as you can, because you forget. Look at this tray of parts here. I've got no idea where they go. Well, some idea, but you know, we're lucky now, we've got everything online, or if you've got a workshop manual or whatever, but I think it's a good idea that, you know, if you do take shit apart, make sure that you get it back together as quick as you can, just so you remember where everything goes, and then you're not forgetting what you've done. So, I found the piston. Man, I was looking everywhere for that. Like I was saying before, if you're going to do a motor, do it straight away, otherwise you're going to forget where you put bloody everything. Got the base gasket as well, which, if I feel right there, where the two parts of the crankcase come together, I can feel a ridge. Obviously everything's together, it's doweled and everything else, and everything, all the screws and all that line up. Here's not too bad, slight one, but there's bad. So I'm a bit worried that the gasket is not going to take up that part there, so I might put a bit of RTV around the base here. There is a torque setting as well for the barrel, but there's no way you can get a torque wrench on there. I think it's like 30 Newton meters, or I can't remember. I'll have to have a good look. But yeah, there's no way to get a torque wrench on there, so that one's just by hand. Click. But the other thing left, so I got a new bearing for the gudgeon, wrist pin, whatever you want to call it. So that just needs to be lubed, put on. Arrow always facing forward, obviously. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, actually, I need to get some two-stroke oil. I'll be back. So we've got the nice synthetic, semi-synthetic, low smoke, high performance. Pretty much what we're after. So the hardest part of this is going to be the wrist. Actually, I think I might be missing one, am I? Oh my God, no. Oh, I think I might be missing a clip. Well, this is not good. The gudgeon pinion. One of them bad boys. Oh no, oh no. Because there is definitely not one in there. Oh, this isn't good. Alright, well, I'm going to have a bit of a search around and see if I can find anything. And as always, I'll be back. Far out. Oh my God, would you believe it? That took about like 10 seconds. It was in here, thank God. So this does need a bit of a clean up inside. Pin. Extremely tight. Get some oil on there. Come on. Let's see what that does. Oh, same, very tight. You've come out from there, you got to get back in there, it goes. Oh, it's tight. It's okay. At least it's going in. little needle roller. Make sure that's all nice and clean, dust free. And yes, that is going to get the dip, like so. And on. Beautiful. Now usually I'm wearing those black rubber gloves, but I'm not today. I was wearing them earlier and I just kept breaking them. So now I've got man hands, which is good. We're doing manly stuff here. So make sure arrow faces forward. Actually, so when this bike was bought new, this would have just had the single ring piston, which is just your normal race piston. But obviously this has been done before. So this has got the double. Oh, that's what I need to check too, make sure. So you can see the little dowel there. Where are you? So that's a ring locator. And then make sure that that one there, so they're offset to each other. And before you go just jamming that into the board, make sure that they're going to be lined up nicely and in the right spot and don't foul up for you. So the fun part, getting this bad boy on there, something like that. Might need a bit of tappy tap tap. It's starting. It's just not, oh my God, going. There it goes, you little ripper. So we'll get one of these clips on one side. Make sure, same, nice and clean. I'm probably going to need my glasses for this. There they are. Make sure all that is seated in there 100% properly, which it is. Rest of the way in, you beauty. Next one, make sure it's nice and clean. And we'll get that in. What do I just do with my little pliers? Here they are. Start one side off, hold it in there, and grab, and voila. Now, this one's not seated down all the way. Oh, there you go. Yes, yes, and yes, you little ripper. And voila, we have piston, which is good. Thank God. I've got some rubbish in here that needs to be cleaned. Not too bad, just a little bit. So, I'll get the lid back on this before it all ends up everywhere. Now, I have been using motor oil instead of the semi-synthetic two-stroke oil, so no doubt when this starts it's gonna smoke a bit. but we should be okay there. Now, the orientation for this bad boy is indeed that way, yes. So, well, that's what I better do. I better get all them together before I start. That'll be the cylinder head nuts, and the nuts for down the bottom there. So I need, what do I need? So that's 5 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That must be them. And 4 for the bottom. Alright, I'll have a bit of a search around for them. I'll be back. Now, remember when I was saying that the top of the 2 crankcases, they were sort of apart from each other? So while I was going through my little tray of bits here, guess what I found? The dowels. 2 of them. Remember what I was saying about when you take stuff apart, try and get it back together as quick as you can, or pay more attention to what's online or in your book, because I'm guessing that's why. Oh, it wasn't lining up properly, so guess what I'm doing? Cleaning off silicone, making sure that everything's all nice and clean again, reapply the RTV, put the 2 faces, the 2 halves back together again. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Well, at least the silicone's sort of still fresh-ish. So it is coming off relatively easy, which is good, I guess. I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. But I won't bore you with me cleaning this. I'll get to cleaning. I'll get it all back together, and I'll let you know how it goes. Back together, which didn't take too long. I'm impressed about. Now, remember when I was saying that there was a bit of a ridge here, and I wasn't sure if that was going to take up with the gasket. The ridge is a tiny little, it's like a little, you can feel it, like you can hit it with your nail, like it's catching, but not as bad as what it was before, thank God. I still might put a bit of RTV around there anyway, but oh, thank God. So, back to that and getting the barrel on, which I just need to make sure that these rings do stay where they're meant to, because it doesn't take much for them to jump past that little dowel there. But anyway, let's get busy. So, which way does this bad boy go? That way for sure. So, and watching other videos, there's always been the question, oh, do you RTV the gasket down the bottom there or not, or but I can't see it not hurting to put a little bit on there. I mean, if it's the 2 halves aren't matching completely, then I'd say yeah. You can probably hear the rain. It's warm today, it's like 30 degrees, which is like, I don't know, 80 something degrees Fahrenheit. And they were saying that we're meant to have like 20 mil of rain, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. So, sorry about the rain. Oh, that's not the right way, is it? Nope. Is it or isn't it? Oh, I've done the wrong side. Doesn't end. Oh, we can come back from this. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. A little around here. Oh, come on. On you go. Beautiful. Now, which way is it? This is tricky, man. Don't tell me this is the wrong one. Can't be. Alright, that way. My lord. So you know what? I did have it right the first time. I just had it around the wrong way. My God, man. That's all right. A bit of a double silicon. There it goes. So I did have it right the first time, which doesn't matter. That's all good. Your beauty. The barrel. Make sure this is all nice and clean. Oh yeah, I've given this a clean out before. Looks beautiful in there. So, make sure the bore is lubed up. Important. Get a little bit of that on there. You beauty. Bit more. Oh, that's good. So like I was saying before, it's just going to be making sure that those rings stay exactly where they need to be staying. Otherwise, trouble. Orientation, important. Perfect. There's, oh yeah, there. And would you believe, perfect. Now to get everything right, let it come up a little bit. That's at top dead center, which is good. Oh, it's this bad boy here, which I've got to get on first. There you go. Oh, don't know what all the fuss is about. You little ripper. Bit of excess oil come up the top, which is good. Means the rings are doing their job. Oh, this is where it starts getting exciting. Everything all back together. The nuts for those I didn't find. Oh, let's have a look in the little tray of goodies. If they're not here, they will be down the bottom there somewhere. And no, oh, are they? 1, 2, 3, and where are you? So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is not good. Why? We'll get these on. How many do I have there? So that's 5. Oh no, here it is. It's still in the cylinder head. Oh, that one didn't come out. Oh, that's all right. So we're going to need a 12 mil. Get one of those. I'll get this one on first. And this one. And the other two. On and on. Oh yeah, now she's starting to look like an engine. That's exciting. Little spanner. And this one too. Click. And this one, get all of that. Click. Like I said, I'm not too sure how many foot-pounds or newton meters this requires, but we'll just make them snug and then you can't go wrong. It is RTV'd at the base of that gasket as well, so we should be fine there. I'm happy. So what I'll do is, before I go putting the cylinder head on and the gasket and everything else, I'll just go double check and make sure that I get the torque settings right. I do have a torque wrench, so I'll make sure that I'll get that right, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I did check the torque settings on the cylinder head, and it is 30 Newton meters of torque. I might sit this motor up a little bit more straighter so that sits properly. The last thing I want is for that to get pinched and not get seated the way it should be. Oh, silicon. So let's have a look here. That actually doesn't sit too bad. So I remembered I did check the cylinder head before to see if it was warped or out of shape or anything else like that, which it's not. Boom. Oh, it's a bit tight for my big fingers. Get in there, mate. Okay. And this one. And this one. Now, if I can remember what I did with my torque wrench too, it'll be in here somewhere. Actually, I think it might be just under the bench here. Yeah, it is. Come on. Come on. Why? Oh, this one's fighting me. Don't fight. There you go. I'll snug this one down just a touch, and then we'll have a look. And down the side here. Oh, yeah. too bad. Beautiful. That's all nice and level in there. Get the other two on. I think the fun part's going to be trying to hold this motor while talking these down. It might be easier to do it on the bike, to be honest. Let's see if there's enough room in there. I don't know. Otherwise, I've really got this. Oh, I could maybe use the vise, I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway. Still got a few other things I've got to put together as well. So obviously the clutch has got to go together. And then all the electrical on the other side's got to go together. Voila. So that just needs to be torqued down. I might try and do that in the bike, I think. As for the rest, that's going to be a good hard read in the manual. Oh, make sure that I get everything in the right spot. And I'm just wondering if I should do all this in the bike as well, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be torqued down, and it's just going to be hard to try and hold the motor and then torque everything up. So I think that might be my best bet. So what I might do, so I might stop it there and then remount the camera and then move the bike around, get the bike out, and then do everything outside once the motor's in. Might do that. All right, I will see you soon. It is the next day here, and I've gone ahead and put most of the clutch and everything together. Just trying to work out if there was meant to be a spring washer here or not, and the book doesn't really explain itself too well, and I'm guessing, and like I said before, if you've taken something apart, try and get it back together as quick as you can, because it's a nightmare otherwise. I've had this off twice because I've got a washer behind it, a spacing washer, but that's all back together. I've tried the clutch and it works really well, so that's all back together. So I can go ahead and put the cover back on and then flip it over and then start doing the other side. So I'll do that now. Not many parts left in the little tray, which is good. This is just the old, what do you call it, bearing from the gudgeon. So that's just the old one, replaced it with a new one, but this one's still good. So they're just spark plug, obviously, retainer. That's for the magneto. That's for the retainer, I think. So there's not more than that's for the retainer. So there's not too many parts left, which is good. So I'll go ahead, get this cover on. Make sure it's all sealed up properly too. Make sure this face is all nice and clean, which it's not really. There's still a little bit of old gasket on there, or maybe old silicone that needs to come off. That won't take much. So I'll get that back together. We'll flip it over and I'll be with you in a sec. All right, the most exciting part of the day is the motor. Oh, let's get it in. Now, I'm just hoping that when I do, I'll still have room to get to the top of the cylinder head nuts, that we can torque them up. But this should be fun. It's going to be a tight squeeze, I dare say. But nonetheless, it's going in. Easy. Easy. Fingers. Easy. Not bad. Oh yeah, that one there. Oh, careful. Now if I can get this back in first, I think we should be good. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I see. Oh. All right, that started. What do we got here? And that still has to come around a bit more. And then the bottom, up and in, that bad boy there. Oh, trying to do two things at once is not proving to be easy. We can get that, I reckon. So I might just need a tap on that. I've got a funny feeling that there's a spring washer and that should be on the other side of that there. For some reason it's on the other side. I suppose I can have a look in the book. But what I can do in the meantime is just obviously get that in. This one here should go in, no worries. Beautiful. This one here. No worries. A little bit of help from the multi-grips. And there you get. That's better. Actually, you know what? There is a mark there that shows where the spring washer has gouged out a bit of steel, but I can't say that I've ever seen a spring washer mark or spring washer on the opposite side of the bolt and not on the nut side. That is odd. Alright, back on it goes. The wiring, we'll have to sort that out too. Remember which way that goes. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Probably onto that there. No, straight up on and into that. So I'm guessing that tank will have to come off, no doubt. And then we'll have to sort out the wiring. And the zip ties that are there to hold everything on. All right, tank, off you come. Be gentle with these zip ties. They're still the original Yamaha ones. It'd be nice to not have them destroyed and keep them. So what I might do, instead of trying to take it right off, I'll just feed these in. Move you around a little bit so you can see. There we go. Up and in. Now my guess would be up and into here, but surely there would be another zip tie unless I have all that. Oh, I've got this one here. That's not exactly doing anything. So I might have a look at the book and then see where all the zip ties live, unless it was around here. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Alright, leave it with me. So I did find a few of the zip ties, original ones. They were already on the bike, but here's another one. I found that one that was in the little parts box. This one here I'll just keep because I think that'll be for potentially the accelerator cable. And I'm not sure what's going on just yet with the clutch. So I'll just leave that for now. Once we get a few more things together, we'll have a bit of a look. So I'll just leave that there. But what I can do is go ahead and start doing up all the bolts here and here. Get this tied in nicely, get the carburetor on, spark plug in, torque these head studs, bolts, nuts, and then I can get in there with the torque wrench, so that's good. And then fuel tank on, seat on, and we'll see if this bad boy doesn't start. I can't see why not, but it's going to be exciting, I tell you. So what do I need there? 12 mil, 12, short extension. Yeah, where are we here? Oh, 12 one side, 13 the other. Very nice, Yamaha, very nice. Here we go. No, not even, dude. It's a 14. Would you believe it? Oh my God. Okay. Nope, no ratchet, just spanners. 14. And this one here, going to be the same, is it? Yep, looks that way. And what's this one on the side? I can't see. The old 22. Oopsie. I wonder if there's a torque setting for this. We just crank on it, because obviously it's going to pull everything together. Actually, I don't think it can crush that swing up. It's pretty sturdy, that swing arm, but oh, that there is pretty snug. Now I'll just tighten that up a little bit. So I'm not going to put the chain on just yet. I'll wait till we start it and get it running nicely first, and then we'll see. But otherwise, everything is looking pretty good. So I think we can go ahead and get that spark plug in, get the carburetor on, get some fuel in it, get the kickstarter on, which I've got over there, and the gear selector. So I'm not, actually still got to torque those cylinder head nuts. I might do that right now. 30 foot-pounds I reckon it was. Now, we'll get this to here we go, foot-pounds. 20, 30 on the dot. Oh, they're 12 mils, aren't they? Oh. That's what happens when you don't put your glasses on. You grab a 1/2 inch. I'll be back. Alrighty. Now, in sequence, I guess, would be nice. Now, why does 30 feel too tight? Let me double check. We dropped it down to 28, so we'll have a look at that, eh? Perfect. So in the book, it does say 30 foot-pounds, but then it says 28, and then they have, we could probably go, oh, this one here, to 30. I'll crank these to 28, and then we'll have a look. That's 28, 30, bang on. Oh, yep, no worries. Spark plug. I'm going to say this is still the original. So it's a NGK B9 EV. Doesn't look that bad. Looks like it was running nice. Pretty clean for a 2-banger. So being a crush washer, no doubt there'll be a torque setting for that. But we're just going to do it to feel, which will be the PZ Customs click. Click. Now that on, your beauty. So carby, which is right here. Now these are always fun, trying to get it past the rubbers and without feeling like you're damaging anything. It's always a bit of a pain in the butt, but unfortunately, that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So You'll be down like that. You'll be going in there. Oops, over the top. I'll have a look from the other side, I think. Gentle, gentle, easy, easy. Oh, that's beautiful. Now this rubber here. Might get a screwdriver for that. Oh, perfect. That is perfect. Now a little bit at the bottom, I think. There you go. We're going to be very close to starting this bad boy. So when I cleaned out the carby, what did I do for the air fuel mixture? All the way in, and generally it's 1.5, 2 turns out. That's usually for most bikes really, but so I think I might have done 2 turns out for this. That I can't remember. But what I am going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver for this because it doesn't want to play the game. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. All right, tighten these up. Beautiful. And this one here. Yep. This metering rod, it feels like it's got a bit of gunk on it, so we'll give that a quick clean while we're here. That's better. Now, why do I have a funny feeling that this should have gone on first with the carby? Because it does. Oh my God. Okay, carby off. This should be fun. I might have changed the name of the channel to Yo-Yo Mechanics. There's no point doing it once and properly. Let's do it twice. Up, down, in, out, in, out. Driving myself insane. It's all part of the learning process, I guess. But it won't take long to get this off and in. Actually, what I could probably do too is push back, turn. That's easier. And then turn a bit more. And voila. back. Oh, you beauty. You beauty. What have I done here? Oh, see what I mean? I think this is meant to go over the top. We can fix this. Because that didn't look right at all. It must come from the side in there, I think. Yeah, must do. That's interesting. All right, let's have a better look. All right, that's in. I'll straighten it up. How does that look now? Better? Even that doesn't look right either. Righto, you know what that means. Might be another look in the book. How does it operate? It actually operates really smooth. And that would capture there. And then that would definitely capture there. And then that leaves definitely enough hanging out there, which doesn't look bad. But if I do need to change that later, I definitely will. So we'll go ahead and do up these clamps again. Done. Now exhaust. So with the exhaust, I'm not sure if you remember, it had that anodised yellow aluminium guard on there, which I thought looked no good, not original. So it's off, it's gone. So it'll be going on just like this, back to the original look. So let's have a look here. Oh, I'm going to need some springs. There's one here. So clutch will be this way. On you go. And exhaust will be like that. Like that. And then like that. You beauty. Oh, you know what I'm going to need? There's a something to get them on. Side cutters will probably do the trick. Actually, I've got these here. We'll give that a go. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Now 2 more for the front, which I think I have out here already, do I? So by the looks, there's meant to be 2 springs. But why I only have one, I have no idea. same length. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, that needs a clean. One. Now, if you have a, these are good little springs. So if you have a look, obviously it's fixed one side, and then the other one is a swivel, which makes it nice and easy to get in, turn, line up, and on. So good on you, Yamaha. Good to see someone took the time to do something that would work. So very good. All on. So all I need to do now is mix up some fuel. I'll just double check in the book or online and see what the recommended fuel ratio is, the fuel mix, and then we'll get the fuel tank on, and we're ready to start. One more thing too before I forget is oil. So in the book, it's calling for a 10W30 SE, so synthetic. But I've only got, so 10W40. But yeah, so 4-stroke oil. It's good for the clutch. But, so this was the oil that I bought for the Honda XL250R, which I still have. So if you know anyone wants to buy a XL250R that runs really sweet, let me know. It's for sale here in Adelaide. Anyway, so if you can see that there, just there is a screw for the level indicator. Bike's nice and level. So let's go ahead and get a little bit in there. Let's get a rag in position too, because the last thing I would need is oil everywhere. And before I even do, actually I'll open it up. Before I even do that, where's the screw? Because that's going to have to go in quick smart. No, here it is. So it's written on the side of the cover anyway, 600 cubic, no, 600 cm3. Is that milliliters? Maybe you can let me know. I don't know. Leave that in the comments. If you know what 600, ooh. No, that didn't take long to start coming out. Far out, man. So steady by the looks. So as you fill it, it hits that hole and comes out. Oh, isn't that just dandy? Righto. Oh, let's just do that up a little bit. I suppose you can, even if you do overfill it, you can just undo the screw and just let it drain to its required level. So that's better. Oh my God. I can see that. That's almost spot on. Let's have a look. Yep. You beauty. Now if I can get this back in without having oil everywhere. Thank you very much. Get you out of the way so I don't spill it everywhere. And do this up. Oh yeah, I can see that. That's not bad. That is literally right on it. Give him a bit of a clean. So I did mix the fuel, and that is a 32:1 ratio. So I've got a little plastic container that has like 25 to 1, 35 to 1 on the other side. I'm not too sure, but so I mixed it to 35 to 1, which will be absolutely fine. So, oh, there's something I didn't do. Oh, it's a trap for young players. Oh, an exhaust. Holding on bolt is not on and in the way. See if we can just fix that now. Oh, look at that. Hole in one. I'm going to bring it a bit closer so you're not watching the back of my head. Continue. Now the exciting part. We get this fuel tank on with a bit of fuel. What I might do first is have a bit of a tidy up, get rid of all these tools and everything out of my way so I've got a bit of room. Once I've done that, we'll get this tank on and we'll have a look. Alright, the time is here. But so I've got the fuel tank on, fuel's in, fuel line's on, turned on, no fuel coming out, which is good. I had a bit of a clean out in the air filter as well. There was a lot of the air filter oil that was just all pulled up in here, so that's all cleaned out. Clutch, it's all back together. Nice and tight too, that, which is good. Now I'm wondering as well, before I start, I'll just say, you can see there's like a spring or something here and then another spring tab here. So I just got to have a look to see if there was some sort of shroud on the exhaust or not. There must be, dude. There must be something there, but I'm not too sure. Oh, clutch while we're here. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, choke. Get the choke on. Get you to sit over here. Now, we'll give it a few kicks. And fingers crossed, man, we're going to have a running YZ125G, all original. Oh, that was the other thing I did. Gear selector, I've run through the gears, only first, second, and third, they're all there. So I'm hoping the rest of the gears are there as well. And Kickstarter's on. Oh, so fingers crossed. Choker's on yet. How many kicks was that? I don't even know. Oh, the number plate was, the front number plate was starting to fall apart a little bit. I'd say we've got a bit of an idle issue. But other than that, man, yeah, baby. Oh, that's made my day. That has, oh, you can smell it too. Oh, two-stroke, how I love you. So, we have a small idle issue, which can be fixed. Obviously the air-fuel ratio will have to, mixture screw will have to be played around with a little bit. But I'm hoping that slide goes down all the way too. Yeah, it sounds like it is. But nonetheless, man, she's a goer. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, don't tell me that's oil. Where's that coming from? Oh. Oh, that's coming from here. Yeah, I'll get you around and have a look. Well, there's a seal I missed. Actually, I can take this off. Oh. Well, there's something I'm going to have to fix. That's a shame. oil is, if I can get you in there, it's coming from here. I can see there's a leak underneath it, which is better than crankcase gasket or something like that. Well, that's a shame. But this is what happens when you don't change all the seals, I guess, when they're all brand new from 1981, I think it is, yeah. Far out, so it means I'll have to drop the oil and then grab a new seal. That's a shame. Brake clean, I need to clean that up. Alright, I'm just going to have a bit more of a play around to sussle that out, and I will be back. Well, the YZ is literally complete. The Fleet, you probably remember that one, the YZ125G. I ended up buying that bike. It's a good bike, but I still got some carby issues there, which I need to go through. It stumbles under acceleration. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll get to that. Otherwise, it runs. You've seen this one in the last video, runs. This here, oh my God, I'm actually so in love with this bike, I tell you. So the oil leak that I had, you wouldn't believe it. I can take this off. The one thing I am stoked about this build, there's not one washer left over. Not one nut, not one bolt, not one washer. Everything went back together beautifully. So I just nip this off. This sleeve there that you can see, that sleeve behind there, I didn't have on. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, God, there's got to be something missing. Like, obviously, that's still the original seal. Why is it so big? And then when I took the two cranks in, took the crank in with the two crankcase halves, I obviously left that in there, and the guy who at Lightning Carts, Mick, I think his name was, he's obviously taken that out and put that in the plastic bag with the rest of the other conrod and bearings and everything else. So it was in there. So no more oil leaks. So I've gone ahead and put the rest of the fairing on, the seats on. The seat is in such beautiful condition. Oh my God, not one tear, not one nick, not one anything. Like I said before, I think on the first video, which was ages ago now, but anyway, these are the original tyres, they're a Bridgestone made in Japan, like everything else. 410, where are we? 410, 13, 4-ply rating, M20. So the back tyre doesn't look too bad. Motocross M20. What about the other side? No, I can't see any real cracks in it. What's the date on here? Oh, I can't see. I'm struggling to see. I've got glasses on. Not for highway use. Bridgestone. No, I can't read that. But the back tyre is really good. It's the front one, I think that's got some cracks in it. Yeah, it does. Real tiny ones. I don't know if you can see that they're starting to crack up. I wonder if this has got a date on it here somewhere, probably on the other side, but I'm not going to be able to read it. This poor thing was just rattling apart, and the front guard's really good. Bit of rust on there, unfortunately. Bit of a nick there from travelling in the trailer, unfortunately. Oh, the chain, I've got soaking in a little bit of oil. Give that a bit of a clean up with the wire brush, and got that soaking in oil. And what else? It's just like a little bit of surface rust on everything. You can see here on the stand and all the rest of it, but otherwise that's all in good shape. Oh, the rear guard. Man, I've walked past the back of the bike and I've gone and nicked it, hit it with my pants and broke that piece off. That was already sort of half cracked, but I've knocked that piece off. I think I'll just super glue it back on. You won't know, but unfortunately the handlebars aren't original. But and like I said, I think it's missing a shroud on the exhaust. Otherwise, she's a beauty. I'm going to wrap it up there. As much as I'd love to take it for a ride, I can't. I'm in the city. Getting it out anywhere is like a half an hour or 45 minutes an hour drive. But I will be putting it in a video. I spoke to my brother just earlier. He didn't want to ride that because he said he had too many beers. But when I showed him a video of this running, first words, that I will ride. And I don't care if I've had 5 beers. So next video, I'll show you it getting ridden. Anyway, guys, as always, if you've come this far, thank you very much for watching. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It helps me, helps the channel. There'll be a lot of other good stuff coming. I've got you might have seen it in the video. I'm not too sure if I was good at hiding it or not, but there's something else out there that I've been working on. I've already done some recording, so that'll be coming out soon. Other than that, I will chat to you soon. Thanks everyone. Bye.